What's going on, guys? Here we are, day 7. Everything's going good on the plane. We're gonna get the oil in the engines today. Other thing we're gonna do, we're gonna start lubricating. Here's what I use. It's called T9. You can see it's developed by the Boeing company. Very good lubricant. And it's also a rust and corrosion protection. So, gonna get lubricating everything. Doesn't take awful too long to lubricate everything around the whole airplane. So we'll get that done. Like I said, get the oil in the plane, and we'll see how far we get with that. And we may be able to get to some other stuff, but the landing gear and everything is coming this weekend to do it. I put the spring scale on it just to see what the mains were, and they were around 43 on both sides, and everything's still connected to the gearbox. So we're gonna the in-service calls between 40 and 60 in-service, so it's kind of on the low end. So we're gonna boost them up about a half a turn, and each half turn gives you about 7 pounds. So that'll put us right there around 50, and that'll be what I like. And so yeah, we'll get that done. I didn't do the nose gear because the nose gear is way too hard to do while it's in service. And so yeah, let's get lubricating and see where we get. Alright guys, I'm going to drop the landing lights so we can leave them. It's right here. I'm going to leave the camera on so you can put it down. Alright guys, there's our landing lights. Our landing light. There's one on the opposite wing in the same spot. I know it looks awful small for the housing that it's in, but this is a LED light, and here's the actual size light. That's the actual size light comparison. It's a pretty big light, but this is the whole housing and everything. Everything's up in here. There's a gear back here that I'm gonna show y'all the lube. But this is the housing. This needs to be lubed every 1,000 hours or so. But this one actually broke on us. It broke a little tooth gear in here. So we had to buy this whole light assembly to get one gear out of it. Or Cessna wanted like $700 for that gear. So we just bought a whole light and just pulled the gear that we needed out of it. So these LEDs are brighter than this big old bulb. And this bulb was taking, I want to say 750 watts, I think. So it was a massive load on the airplane. But these draw, nothing, and are brighter. So put this back and we'll get the lubricate in lines. All right, here's what we're going to be using. Some white lithium grease. Put a straw on here. If I don't squirt myself. Our paper towel. We'll come right back here. Ain't much to this process. You just take this. And spray it on like so. And I just take it, I just work it back and forth into the teeth, through the grooves, clean them out real good. On the sides. I'm not gonna leave it like that. I'll take this. And what I do is I just brush over it real lightly. And I'll leave some on there so whenever I retract them, it spreads it on the other teeth in there. Just like so. It's still on there. So we'll go over here and do the other side. Oh. I'm not trying to squeeze it super hard, that's why it's popping like that. Spread it around real good in there. They wanted you to use actual grease on these. I did it one year and it was not the thing to do, because they've made better products back since then. So dab it like that. That'll look good. And then we'll come back up here and send them back home. Kick our master on. I'm gonna come right here and hit our landing light. And they're retracting now. Okay, everything's up. All right, guys, that's how the landing lights are done. So, shut this back. And that's pretty much everything. Lubing wise. Now, another important thing to state to lube, they normally get left off all the time right here. Boom. Bet you can't guess what this is for. Yes, it is door seal lube. You want to make sure you keep your door seals hydrated, because when they fall apart, and then you have to pay to have somebody replace them. So, don't really have a good place for this camera to go while I do this. So I'm just gonna wing it, and it don't take much. Most time, if you get a glob, you can do the whole plane. But you can still see the lube on there from last year. And don't take much. I'm not even showing y'all what I'm doing. Sorry about that. want to make sure you get these door seals really good. I'm trying to scoop and there we go. Still feels pretty good. I got a hair on my finger. Oh no. Okay, get that off. Okay. Alright, that's the door seal for the baggage compartment done. And then when you just repeat the process for the cabin door seal. Boom. Make them last a lot longer. Alright guys. Alright guys. Guess what time it is? Let's get to the good stuff. All right. I run Aero Shell. I run Phillips 66 in my plane, the 20W50, with a pint of cam guard in each engine. So that being said, we put them there. I stuck them out here in the heat so they'll warm up a little bit, so they'll flow a little bit easier. So we'll cut that open, cut this side open. And I got 4 gallons. Each engine takes 2 gallons plus a quart to make 9 quarts. So I'll put them out here. And then we'll grab 2 more for the other side. Take these over here. I like to stick everything with whatever engine it's going to, if y'all can't tell. I'm a little OCD. All right, let's get putting some oil in these engines. All right, guys, since I got time, everything else I've gotten done, got the oil in the engines, and got everything on the outside of the plane lubed. We just have the landing gear and inside the cabin the lube. So with that being done, we're gonna go ahead and pull off this caliper and we're gonna dismantle it, clean it, and put new seals on it so we don't have no leakage problems since we already did the other side. All right, guys, here's the brake caliper. It's a little nasty. The insulator still look pretty good. This is in need of a serious cleaning. I know I looked at it whenever I was doing the wheels because I checked the brake pads, but it's looks like it's got some kind of little leak down here maybe. So we're gonna go ahead and disassemble this, clean it up in a parts bath, and then get the new O-rings put in it. But this is how you get the pucks out. Figure I'll demonstrate this. You just want to be very careful when doing this. And guys, I'm trying to get my camera set up so I can see. All right. Way you get your pucks out is you take your air compressor, and you don't want to have it up on 90 psi. You want to have it on like maybe 20, maybe 30, just enough to push the pucks out, because you don't want to grab them with like a vice grip or something. Okay, I got it on about 15 psi, so let's see if this gets them out. I'm gonna wrap them up in this shirt so they don't go flying out if they do. You just want to kind of hold your hand over it. You should hear a pop. All right. All right, here's one of them. The other one's going to be a pain. It doesn't matter if these get dirty or not, because I'm putting them, like I said, putting them in a parts bath. So, take that and dump this stuff out. Let's see if we can shoot this other one out real quick. See if we can clog the hole. Maybe a little bit more air. Okay. Maybe a little bit more. Okay, I should get it out. Okay, I got that one there. And this last one is on the end, so it probably, and the way we're going to have to try and get it out. Stick this down here in the corner where it passes through. Let's see if we can get it out. I'm making a giant mess by doing it. It's pretty much there, but it's just wedged. I don't want to use no vice, but I'm gonna have to. I'll just put that rag over it. And there we go. All right, guys. There's the pucks. Maybe I did have a good little leak going, but there's the inside. They're fairly clean for the most part, but we're gonna go give them a parts bath, clean them up real good so they work nice and good. Alright guys, here's the brake caliper after the bath and the parts cleaner, and that's what it looks like. It's nice and clean. Here's our pucks, the 3 pucks. Got Got them all cleaned up. And here's our O-rings for the pucks. You see how big they are. They're just average size. Not average size, but you know, to go around the puck in this gap right here. And let's see, what else? Took out the screw-in ports. Cleaned them real good. While everything's dismantled, you might as well. Here's the bottom plug. So, get that all done. We're gonna put a new O-ring on the bottom, and then I gotta see if I got one for the top, because I only ordered one, but I think I can get away with reusing this one, or I may actually go find another one. But we'll go ahead and get this reassembled, and then I may run and see if I can find one. Just ran back down to where I washed the parts at. I got a second O-ring, so I can replace both of them, don't have to worry about it leaking. So that being said, let's get the O-rings put where they need to be and on the pucks, and then we'll install them.